Welcome to the new Lyft ERP Help Center. It's always been very easy to quickly log support requests and view support requests, asking for new enhancements, technical fixes, or just providing feedback to the Lyft ERP team. But now we've extended this to the Help Center. The Help Center is a place where you can get all of the release notes of all past and future Lyft releases at one click, as well as general Help Center information that you can come in and see all of your tickets. Where are they? What is the status? What's the severity level? What is the ranking? And you can easily manage that all from the Help Center. With the new Help Center, we've added quite a lot of new columns and fields. You can see the ranks and severities and types as you did before, but you have a lot more real estate. But now you can also see what release tickets are in, and if there are tickets from other companies that have been logged that we want to publish so that the whole Lyft community can see them, those will be listed among your tickets, and you'll see public information describing what those enhancements bring and what will be coming with that release and when. You can now see all of your tickets by rank. And if you feel like there's a couple tickets that maybe should be a little higher ranked, they're not necessarily critical, but you think that they should be looked at maybe a little bit ahead of time, you want to prioritize those, you can go ahead and do that now on your end, save the ranks, and this is something that you and your Lyft support analyst can be reviewing on a weekly or monthly basis, and it's a really great way to organize all of the requests and enhancements that you're working on with the Lyft team. You can also see tickets by release. So this can include all future releases and the release date when they're coming, so you can easily see when new feature enhancements that have been requested by you or your other Lyft ERP colleagues out there, when they're going to be coming. You can also see when certain bug fixes are coming. If you want to see all of the history of all of the tickets in the past, you can see that as well. You can always organize this and look at your tickets by severity or by status. You still have the ability to click on a ticket and easily communicate with the Lyft team back and forth to provide comments, feedback, screenshots, video screen captures, change severities. All of that stays the same, but now you can manage it in a much more productive and collaborative way from here in the Help Center. With the Help Center, we've also introduced the new article and video archive. There's a button here. I can easily open that up, expand and collapse that. And here's a place where you can search for all of the old archived help topics. We're going to be putting a lot of these out. If you want to see things related to order entry, for example, you can go and find all the videos and webinars and help topics that are around order entry. Or maybe you want to see webinars, and you can see the different webinars on past topics that we've had with various Durst and Lyft ERP subject matter experts, sometimes even customers, to talk about the ways that you can use these powerful features. If you want to look up release notes, also very easy. You can bring that up. All of these have links to either the video content or the technical articles wherever they're hosted, such as the Durst Software Group release notes page. Lyft ERP scheduling just got a little bit better. With release 10.8, we've made a variety of enhancements and improvements to make scheduling an even more powerful module. So under production management, we go to the job scheduler, and we've got some really nice features here. For one, massively selecting tasks to be bundled together for nesting purposes or to be processed together or to update a lot of things at once from one machine to another. It's become a lot easier to do that in both the grid mode and in the Gantt mode. So for example, maybe I want to filter this down to a particular material. So now I'm going to create a control break so that I'm not just looking at things on the 5-meter machine, but I want to see things by material and perhaps even roll width. I create a control break, and now I can easily select all of the pieces that I've bundled together on a machine, but also by material or storage type or however I want to group these. And I can very quickly select all of those together within that control break and update those tasks together. For example, maybe everything on this particular material and this material roll width has to go from this machine. I'm going to move it over to another machine. Massively selecting a lot of different tasks on the Gantt mode has also gotten a lot easier to do. It's always been very easy to use Control-click to select a bunch of different tasks together. But when you have a wide range, and some of them maybe are really small, low amount of times, now you can hit Shift-click and easily select a range and move that whole range to another machine or to another time. Lift scheduling now also has a variety of ways to manage the earliest possible start time that your production can start. There's a variety of rules and capabilities to set this up, starting under the administration, estimating and scheduling, scheduling setup, and resource administration. So here, you can always come in and set up rules for your machines and have before buffers and after buffers. These control the amount of time that is required before something can start after the last step, or maybe when the job was created, or the step before the production should start. And you can have a certain amount of time before things can start. But now we've also made it that any order entry date field that we've set up in your Lift ERP environment can be tied to an earliest start date. So for example, you could have some date that we've set up at the header level or at the line level, to where if that particular date element is specified, then that task in the schedule cannot start until that date that's been put into the date field. Additionally, putting an order on hold can have its own rules. For example, if an order is on hold, maybe that should add 3 days or 5 days or 15 days to the earliest possible start date of the scheduled tasks in production. The absence of a ship date can also have any amount of days or time that you want to delay the earliest possible start date. So maybe if you have a ship date, it'll work backwards or fit you into the schedule to meet that ship date. But you can have rules that say if I'm on hold, maybe that should be 3 days. If there's no ship date, maybe that should be 30 days before we're going to start production. And the rules can be set up the way that you want, so that these have different implications of how early something will be scheduled automatically. Finally, flags. Every flag can be set up to have its own amount of days that things get pushed out in the schedule. So depending on the flags that you put on the order that get there either automatically based on rules of the order or manually, your flags, your on hold status, and the absence of a ship date can all go in to delaying the earliest possible start date of your production in the schedule. Scheduling module has always provided a way to add non-order based tasks and stoppage times for maintenance with the new task button. And these could be missing tasks that need to be in there that maybe are related to an order or not, or it could be maintenance time for a machine or for some other resource. But now we can have it as a one-time or recurring. So we can make the frequency daily, weekly, or monthly. Lift scheduling has also always allowed you to easily go to a resource and manage the efficiency of that resource. Maybe 80% if it's going to be running a little bit below the advertised throughput, or maybe a little bit above 120%, 80%, whatever. But now you can easily select a range of tasks, maybe all of the cutting that's going to happen to this particular machine tomorrow. And for whatever reason now, I want to easily select everything for tomorrow. I can update those tasks all together. And now I can edit that task efficiency. So tomorrow, if we're going to be missing some people, something like that, maybe we're going to be running at about 0.75, or maybe we're going to be running at a little bit higher tomorrow. We're going to add a few people in the packing department, whatever it is. Maybe we'll go run at 1.5, right? So we can increase this efficiency by 500x or 50% or whatever we need very easily for all of these selected tasks together. Easy to upload art and drag it directly onto order lines to get the art easily submitted and associated with the order, get it back to pre-press, and get it to production. But sometimes you want to get that art out. So now we've got a new download art button to make that incredibly easy. And you can download originals. You can put them in a zip file if you like. You can download your proofs. You can put those in a zip file, however you like. Doesn't matter how many files are there. Hit download. And we have a really nice tool that downloads those. They shot them all into my download folder. And just like that, I've got all my files.